Okay, welcome back to On the Bench. This morning I'm going to show you some of the basic tools you probably want to have if you're going to work on small motors. And I'll go ahead and start right here. So here, first thing you probably want to check is to see if you've got spark on your spark plug. This is very basic. You hook one end to the spark plug. And the other end into the boot for your plug. So, spark plug tester, light will come on if it's working. Get one if you don't have one, they're only a couple dollars. Next up, if you want to sharpen blades on a lawnmower, get an angle grinder with a decent grinder wheel. This is a cheap angle grinder. I think I got it at a yard sale for like $5. The disc cost me more than that. So, get one of those. This, you may be looking at wondering what it is. This is a blade balancer. It's just a point with a pyramid that balances. Once you sharpen a blade, you always want to make sure it's balanced or it's going to make the mower shake real bad. So I think these are about $6 or $7 depending on if you can find them. I think Home Depot usually carries them. Let's see. Basic screwdrivers. You want to have basic screwdrivers. I like to get diamond tip screwdrivers. Don't know if you can see that, but these have diamond tips. They grab real good and they won't round off your screws. So there's really only 3 companies that I've found that have them. There may be more. I usually get the Stanleys, which are basically DeWalt's. Or you can get the Quins that Harbor Freight sells, or Husky makes a set that you can get at Home Depot. Blower gun. These are very important. If you've got an air compressor, get a blower gun. If you don't have an air compressor, get both. If you're cleaning out carburetors, you want one of these. A little stubby hammer. A stubby hammer is the best thing for small engines. Kind of keeps you from tearing stuff up with a bigger hammer. So get one of these, plus they fit in tight little spaces. This is a set of picks. You want to have a good set of picks. I use these for pulling fuel lines through a tank.
But if this brings you just a little closer.
Well, there's so many things you can use picks for. Get a set of picks. You're going to have them. Flashlight. You want to have a flashlight. There's lots of different things you can use a flashlight for. The main thing I use it for is to look down inside of a cylinder and make sure it's not scratched up. So that could be one of the main reasons why something doesn't run, if somebody ran the wrong fuel through it or just ran it for days on end without shutting it off. Get a flashlight. Let's see. This is a multimeter. Get a multimeter. You can test switches. You can test voltage, amperage. You can test just about everything you need to with this. If you're going to be working on stuff that has capacitors, this isn't the right one for you. You want a more of an electrician's one. It'll have capacitor checkers. So this is just a basic one. You want pliers. Needle nose, standard, small needle nose. Get some. You need Torx I've got two different types. I've got screwdrivers that are Torx, and I've also got T-handles. Get a set of T-handle Torx for sure. They come in handy for doing heads and things like that on 2-cycle motors. Pair of scissors. Really easy. Get them. Now, this is a filler gauge if you're going to adjust valves or coils. Get a filler gauge. These are carburetor adjustment screwdrivers. If you're going to work on 2-cycle motors, you gotta have these. There's several different types. I just keep 3, and then I keep the 2 for adjusting the throttle. Get yourself, what do we call this? A rotary tool. This one's got a extension on it. This is the better one to have. It makes it real easy to clean stuff out. Carburetor bowls, flywheels, anything you really need to use it on. Works great.
I hope that it will help you to do
A lighter. Believe it or not, a lighter is something good to have. There's 2 main reasons. I'm going to go ahead and show you. These are the 2 things I use a lighter for. First one, wiring. If I ever have to do wiring, this makes it a piece of cake. Just heat up the wire.
Better job.
And look at that. It stripped it. You don't have to worry about cutting it with a tool. That's one thing I use a lighter for. The other main thing is pull ropes. So let's say you cut your pull rope and it's all frayed up. Won't go through the holes. What I do, I take a rag, just light the end of the pull rope on fire. Don't use your bare hand for this, you'll be cussing me. Take a towel, and now you have a clean rope. I've got one other thing I wanted to show, which is a cylinder stop, and it's not here, so I'm going to show you my second option for that. I take a pull rope, tie a knot, and wedge it down into the cylinder past the knot. That way when you turn the motor, it'll lock and won't move, and you don't have to worry about it getting caught up in anything. So, keep a pull rope. Great to have. Now, those are some of the basic tools to have. I'll go ahead and zoom in for you and get these things. You're going to have them.
But if this brings you just a little closer to those men who are going into the hottest spots.
Thanks for watching On the Bench. Please subscribe and watch for the next video.
I hope that it will help you to do a better job.